People with RH-negative blood may be descendants of extraterrestrials or ancient Atlanteans. Do you know your blood type? I know my blood type is A+. I knew that when I was 18 years old when I went to do my first blood donation. Now, every human on this planet has either blood type O, A, B, or AB. And within these types, you either have Rh positive or Rh negative blood. The rhesus Rh factor offers to a specific antigen, and it refers to a specific antigen found in the blood. And if your blood lacks the Rh antigen, you are Rh negative. If your blood has the antigen, you are Rh positive. About 85% of the population has the antigen, and 15% does not, and are considered Rh negatives. Rh negative blood types are one of the most fascinating subjects researched, and the study of genetics, in that study, we find that we can only inherit what our ancestors had, except in the case of mutations. We can have a number of mutations of traits inherited from all our ancestors, and nothing more and nothing less. Therefore, if man and ape had evolved from a common ancestor, their blood would have evolved the same way. But factors are transmitted with much more exactitude than any other characteristics. All other earthly primates also have this Rh factor. All other earthly primates have this Rh factor. It's not just monkeys and humans. So, if all mankind evolved from the same ancestor, their blood should be compatible. If we had all evolved from the same ancestor, we would all have the same blood. We don't, though. That's the problem. Rh positive blood can be traced back to the rhesus monkey and all other primates, but Rh negative blood cannot be traced back. So where did that come from? In fact, it can't be traced anywhere else in nature. That's another strange thing. When the mother is Rh negative and the father is Rh positive, the baby can inherit the Rh factor from the father, thus making their offspring Rh positive as well. If that happens, an Rh negative mother may abort the baby. Why does that happen? For the same reasons you can't mate a mule with a mule to create another mule. Just like you can't breed a pair of liggers to produce another ligger. All animals and other living creatures known to man can breed with any other of their species. Size and color makes no difference, but you cannot breed two mixed species together. If you do, you get something called hemolytic disease. This is the same allergic reaction that occurs when the Rh negative mother is carrying an Rh positive child. Her blood builds up antibodies to destroy an alien substance, the same way it would a virus, thereby destroying the infant. Why would a mother's body reject her own offspring? Nowhere else in nature does this occur naturally. This fact alone points to the distinct possibility of a crossbreeding between two similar but genetically different species. The thing is, hardly anyone has tried to explain where the Rh negative people come from. Most people familiar with blood factors assume these people must be a mutation, if not descendants, from a different ancestor. If Rh negatives are mutations, what caused the mutation? And why does it continue with the exact same characteristics? Why does it so violently reject the Rh factor if it was in their own ancestry? And who was this ancestor? Difficulties in determining ethnology are largely overcome by the use of blood group data, for they are a single gene characteristic and not affected by the environment. The Basque people of Spain and France have the highest percentage of Rh negative blood. About 30% have Rh negative blood, and about 60% carry one Rh negative gene. The average among those people is only 15% negative, Rh negative, while some groups have very little. The Oriental Jews of Israel are also a high percentage of Rh negatives in their population, although most other Oriental people only have about 1% Rh negative. The Samaritans and the Black Cochin Jew also have a high percentage of Rh negative blood, although again the Rh negative blood is rare among most African peoples, and as of yet the origins of the Basques is unknown. Their language is unlike any other European language, and some believe the Basque was the original language of the book of Genesis as well. Some believe it was the original language of the world and possibly of one of the ancient ET races. And even Edgar Casey commented on this, explaining how they came from Atlantis, the ancient continent, the lost continent of Atlantis. Remember what the Emerald tablets written by Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus explained, that not all the Atlanteans were done away with after the sinking of Atlantis. Many escaped to other areas, many other areas of the world, and rebuilt other pyramids there. They took their ancient technology with them. They also became the gods of those areas, the quote-unquote deities, just like Thoth was in one of the original deities from ancient Egypt. So, now Rh negatives also tend to have strange characteristics about themselves that are uncommon to most other people in society. And these are a feeling of not belonging, that they're above or beyond or separate somehow, truth seekers, or a sense of a mission in life, empathy and compassion for mankind. They have extra ribs or extra vertebrae, higher than average IQs, ESP ability, love of space and science, more sensitive vision and other senses, increase of psychic and intuitive abilities, lower body temperature, high blood pressure, some say lower blood pressure, predominantly blue, green, or hazel eyes, red or reddish tint to the hair color, increased sensitivity to heat and sunlight. They have unexplained scars. They have empathetic illnesses. They have ability to disrupt electrical devices as well. They experience strange and unexplained phenomena. They have psychic dreams. They are prone to alien abductions, and also they cannot be cloned. Whoever tried cloning a human, I'd like to know. Why does it have that down there? They cannot be cloned. Why does it have this in the list? Anyway, here are some other commonly found personality characteristics according to the Japanese, who discuss blood type personalities a lot more often in their culture than Westerners do. A person's Rh factor makes no difference when it comes to personality characteristics. So even Rh positive blooded people, especially those who have the recessive gene, may also exhibit the same personality characteristics of Rh negative people with the same blood type. Type O, you want to be a leader, and when you see something you want, you keep striving until you achieve your goal. You are a trendsetter, loyal, passionate, and self-confident. Your weaknesses include vanity and jealousy and a tendency to be too competitive. Type A blood, you like harmony, peace, and organization. You work well with others and are sensitive, patient, and affectionate. Among your weaknesses are stubbornness and the inability to relax. Type B, you're a rugged individualist who is straightforward and like to do things your own way. You're creative and flexible. You adapt easily to any situation, but your insistence on being independent can sometimes go too far and become a weakness. Type AB blood, cool and controlled. You're generally well-liked and always put people at ease. You're a natural entertainer who's tactful and fair, but you're standoffish, blunt, and have difficulty making decisions. Now, additional info is that some are going to laugh this off, like part about being prone to alien abductions, but there is evidence to back this up. Blood groups of abductees and contactees. And remember, even if you have Rh positive blood, you may have a recessive negative Rh gene. This is Augmented Reality. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.